What's up, everyone? Today we have some really great news. The 318 is going back up to Nick's garage. Now, as all you guys know, unfortunately, there's been a lot of things going on in the world, and New York State especially, we've had a lot of regulations. So I really was hoping to accompany the engine back up like the last time. The last time was very hard to get through, and now it's almost impossible. So I am getting everything ready to have this thing shipped up. I can't quite swing it yet, but with a day like today and it's 70 degrees out, I could not resist but to pull the engine, because before you know it, I'll have 2 foot of snow out here. But guys, there it is. The 318, it took me a little while today to get it out. I am still doing it by myself, so I took your guys' suggestions, got myself a nice piece of plywood and used it to, get a nice flat surface. So it's a really big thanks to everyone that was involved in this. So that's because I had a few people that were very few in the minority of who is involved in this, and their opinion on it said, why even bother? It's not worth your time. It's done and over with. It's not done. I don't know about you, but when I have a job to do, I kind of get like a dog with a bone. I don't want to ever give up. And I really appreciate Nick has the same kind of attitude. We were both given a task, which was, I had about a month window to find a car with a 318 so that we can go down to Tony's and build it. And unfortunately I had like a week left before I had to go down there. And but we were able to pull the engine out and head down there, build the engine, mad dash build. Tony went through the heads and ported the heads in 5 hours. Unfortunately, I sent a bunch of videos, and I'll be kind of I'll chop a few things up and put it in here so you can see the adventure all the way to this point. And I'll tell you what, there's been this thing has had a lot done to it. 5 hours Tony went through and ported the heads. So the question is not why bother or why even continue. There's so many people that had their hands on this thing. Everyone from John Wilburn, Tony, Nick, Lambchop, his buddy Al, all the guys down in Tennessee, 13 hours straight. So the answer is not why bother, or the question is not why bother or anything else like that. We all deserve to know what the numbers are for this thing. The build, of course, is very similar, not exactly, but very similar to the Bottle Rocket 318, not nitrous powered or anything like that, so a little bit more conservative. The LSA on the Bottle Rocket engine was 111, where this is 109, which is just about the max for having power brakes, so power disc brakes. So I am so excited to see this thing go back up. I have a few cool videos I'm going to be putting involved here. Parts of the day when we were putting it together, parts of the day when we were, dynoing it, and a little bit of stuff like, for example, the original crankshaft that was questionable. Tony looked at it, John looked at it. John was probably the most skeptical about the crankshaft that was in it. The 318 is gone. It has a 340 crank in it now. It has and a big shout out to John Wilburn. He actually gave us the money to buy a second crankshaft. I bought new lifters from ComCam that are appropriate for the LA block. This no longer has the Magnum ones that were originally suggested we put in. So everything seems to be so much better. We have a brand new break-in cycle on it. This guy's mowed the lawn 3 times today. He's just trying to vacuum up the leaves. So I'm sorry there's the lawnmower noise. I have to go to Kiwanis very shortly, so I've been trying to wait for him. Terribly sorry for the background noise. But yeah, we have new lifters, new crank, new cam, new push rods. Everything on this engine is now, or should be, oh yeah, brand new oil pump. We actually went and got a high performance oil pump. This thing, when we were breaking it in, I think it was at 190 degrees, we were running approximately 60 pounds of pressure at idle. Like, guys, this thing is ready to rip. It is so ready to rip, and I want to see the numbers. We all deserve to see what this little 318 can do. And quite honestly, guys, I'm very disappointed that I won't be able to go up with it, but we all got to do what we got to do. I really just, I want to see the numbers, and I don't want to wait until next year, and I'm sure nobody else wants to wait until next year. So I got to go ahead and get this thing on the back of a truck. I got to run down and get the truck, put it on the back of a truck, get it back down to our shop where I store a few other things. We're going to store this until I can afford to ship it up to Nick. And a huge shout out to Nick, and also Tall John for helping me troubleshoot the oil pressure. And Tall John actually sent up, and I'll put a the link to every one of these channels in the description down below. But Tall John sent up a curb distributor, and Nick found the appropriate lifters for this engine, and this thing has had such a long adventure, and it's far from over. It's not over until we do our first smoky burnout. And I know a few people wanted to see a burnout with it inside here, but it was more important to get it up. And also the 904 transmission that's in here is going to get replaced with the 727 transmission from that, because the 904 is junk. So yeah, let's kind of recap all the crazy stuff that's happened with it so far, and I'm gonna get this thing covered up, go get the truck, and go store it for hopefully not too long of a period of time. So if you guys are interested in helping offset the cost for the shipping, I have the t-shirts for this set, the actual engine, as well as this t-shirt right here, which so if you guys are interested in helping out, we have those. We have the Patreon, we have the PayPal. I'm not one to ask for assistance on things like this, but it is going to be pretty expensive. And anyways, I'm gonna go get the truck, get this thing ready to be shipped. I don't know about you guys, but I'm so looking forward to seeing this thing actually produce real numbers this time. We're not going to worry about low oil pressure anymore. We'll be able to give this thing the beans and really see what this little 318 can make. I know Tony was saying originally 350, 400 horsepower. I don't know what it's going to make. I know it's going to make way more than the first pull, which once again, we couldn't get it tuned in. We had to be very gentle with it, and it was 242.5, I believe. And I know there's way more meat on the bone than that. So I'm very, very looking forward to this heading up to Nick's. I hope you guys enjoyed the montage of the adventures so far, and a big thank you to everyone involved. Thank you for Nick for helping me troubleshoot things, for giving the dyno, for not giving up on this 318. Thank you to Tony for the block that the heads are on. Actually, the block is Tony's block. The 5 hours he put into honing or porting the heads. A big thank you to Lambchop and John Wilburn for spending 5 or 6 hours. It was probably about 5 hours honing the cylinders in this thing, because they were not nearly as bad as the block I brought down, but they were pretty rough. A big thank you to Al for helping, you know, with the assembly of the heads, or the bottom end. Just everyone that was down in Tennessee. A lot of them drove a long distance to help out, especially John. John drove 6 or 8 hours to come down and help assemble that engine. So a big thank you to everyone involved, and let's see this thing to the end. And thank every one of you guys for not giving up and sticking with this project. You know, I don't know about you, and I'm sure I've said this already, but when you have a job or something like that, you see it to the end, and it doesn't matter how hard it gets or how ridiculous it gets, you do it. So brand new crankshaft, well, not brand new, 340 crankshaft that was 10 under, new bearings, new oh, this thing it's ready to rip, guys. It's ready to rip. So let's go ahead, we'll store it for a little bit. It's going back up to Nick's, and let's enjoy the montage of the progress so far. And again, sorry for the background noise. This is about 3 hours he's been mowing the lawn, so, and his lawn is not any bigger than mine, so I don't know. I mean, it looks good. We'll have like 2 foot of snow on it come Thursday, so oh, I don't know about you guys, I'm not really one to give tips about mowing lawns and stuff. You shouldn't mow your lawn this close to the winter. It won't look good in the spring. So yeah, don't mow your lawn for 3.5 hours in the middle of fall when you know Thursday there will be 2 feet of snow on them. So you have yourselves a wonderful day. Enjoy the montage of the adventure so far. I'm just looking forward to seeing real numbers made from this engine and justifying just how much I love this little 318. So, all right, until the next time, guys, remember, keep her shiny side up, God bless, and enjoy the montage. All right, guys, we're picking up right where the live feed left off. We already tried starting this up. There's definitely a lot of things going on. I still have like a 4-hour ride back. The driver's gonna get here very shortly. It's only been like 6 or 7 minutes since I cut the live feed. The reason why I had to kind of jet was literally within the next 20 minutes, we're gonna have a guy here pulling this thing out of here. What's up, everyone? And for different angles, you can go over to my YouTube channel, and you can run 2 screens if you wanted to. And then Lambchop will be over too later.
Yes, Lambchop's World that's on the YouTube channel. If you guys don't know that one, go like and subscribe. He'll be here filming a little bit later on today. Uncle Crystal will be here. Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna have a whole slew of things going on.
Yep, absolutely.
This is difficult. Normally I like to see you mention.
You can pretend.
Yeah.
You can pretend.
You know.
Hi from New York.
Who worked on it?
I'm sure.
And so is Ari. Ari's always on there too.
What's up, Drew?
What's going on, guys? How are you?
Yep, we gotta get to work.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess the first step is I gotta go siphon some gas for you guys. You laugh, but that's how we do this. I'm just guessed up. That's why I'm on the polish. You see what I'm saying? That's why I get paid the big bucks.
You gotta get close to that.
That's a rush job, bro.
It's beautiful.
That's a rush job.
Need more
2.5 hours later, I'm still cleaning the block.
I run on Dr. Pepper.
Ooh,
And
I love Dr. Pepper.
Thank you, Taylor. Good time to clean your club.
Same? Okay.
Yep, just snug.
Why did I have to get the one weird one that I had to play with so much, and you get the ones that are all just perfect and easy? Just the way it works. That's good. I hope they're all like this.
See. All right. I'm kind of loud because I have a phone that's not on clean cup.
So this is just what I do. I use the skirt as a reference for doing that
Right.
second one. And you know, you can go all the way down to the bottom. I generally don't, because the wear is going to be more concentrated toward the top every
Right,
time.
it's gonna be where the rings were sitting in the first place.
Exactly. So just under where those rings sat, is where your wear is going to be. If you don't get right below that, you're going to be up on the ridge, and of course it'll look great up there. So if you want to maximize your chances of getting a warranty honored on your mobile battery, use a Honer and gasoline right next to it like that. That's a great thing to explain at Best Buy when you take it in there with it smoking.
only say gas won't burn. Something like that.
Yeah, it won't. All right, what do you got there, man? That one looks really good.
I can't see.
Look at the fucking job you guys are doing.
We're checking. So what we got on this one, we got about 1/1000 and 1/3 of taper. That's about what we got.
That's fine.
That's about what we got. But so it's a balance now. It's a balance between how much perfect roundness do you want to try to get here versus how much taper do you want to risk.
Well, we have round. What we have is a gap.
Yeah, that little gap.
Right.
Can't really get that out.
We can go a little bit further. You see, like ones like this down here, they fill with oil.
Yep.
So I don't even consider anything below the compression rings. Gouges are fine. That's rough. I wonder how that happened. Something must have gotten to the cylinder wall.
These are beautiful. No taper at all in these.
Right. There was something going on.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Brian's checking that one, and then we'll move over here on Lemmy's side.
I would work a little bit more on this one here.
Yep.
See that? I mean, you can feel that. You can feel that. Go a little bit more on this one and a little bit more on this one. You're not going to make it perfect, you know, but for what we're doing here now.
Try to make sure to get the whole thing so we don't get any more taper problem on the top.
Yeah.
Make sure to get all. Yeah, lovely, isn't it? But that's the beauty. But that's the beauty of this, because other people won't show you that.
Yeah.
This is the real deal. This is
now,
uncut.
Honestly, right? If we weren't doing this live under this circumstance, I would put this block on the side. It's a good block, but I would put this block on the side, grab another one, and start again. But because we're trying to do this in the fashion that we're doing it, we're working with a pretty unusual set of markings here in the cylinder.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a woodchuck took the pistons out of it, but I have no
I
idea
have
what
no
caused
idea.
it.
Yeah, that's an odd, and it's exactly at the bottom of the bore.
Kind of good because it's going on next dyno.
I know. This won't show up on the dyno. This won't show up anywhere. It's the idea.
It shows up on YouTube.
It shows up on YouTube. Brian Cabral is going to see that, and one smoky dog will see that.
One smoky dog will write a 14-page dissertation on why this needed to go to his machine shop that would charge exactly $100 to return it perfect.
Well, unless we've got a couple
Oh,
gouges in
thank
it.
you, Wilburn.
Oh man.
Whatever, care, brother.
We need you to participate in this. Can you spin this wheel on your fingers? Just so that you can have a part in this build yourself?
What's your name?
Diego.
Diego? Come on. Yeah, simple deal. How many people are there? 900 people watching you right now. There we go. Diego, the pizza delivery guy.
And another 112 on here.
Chasing a boat.
Yeah, you got over 1,000 people watching you right now.
So just screw that in clockwise until it stops. And you will have chased out. Yep. There you go. Spin it clockwise till it stops. Getting Diego to clean the threads on this snake here.
Look at that. There we go.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Back it out. Go the other way.
You know what? Maybe I should deliver the pizza.
Yeah, exactly. He is really good.
Natural.
Come on with it.
You can now say that you've helped to build an engine on YouTube.
And you chased all that stuff out of there. So when this engine holds together on the dyno, you will have been responsible for that.
But you have to give me full back.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Have a good day.
Take care. God bless.
Really get somebody worried.
Okay.
So one day, now you try to get
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, no!
All kinds of
I'm gonna stop.
I've seen chicken wire.
What do they say about you? Somebody's gonna hate on that.
What you doing?
I am going to start putting the screen down.
Alright.
So, I have to find the bag of seats. And I have too much in my lip.
So much stuff on the table.
It's just in boxes. I just need to give time.
Oh, Tony, you and your crew are doing a great job.
We're trying.
Aw.
We're trying.
We're not just trying, we're succeeding.
We are
Drama.
Nice.
Drama.
This is the future.
Well, what are we doing now? God.
We just have to wait, I guess, for Tony to give the okay and clean it down.
Hey, Bert Siegel was saying teach us to hunt.
What's the ports look like? The ports look great. They look really, really good. Tony did a fantastic job.
Dun 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 dun.
I sent her a picture of that one.
Very cool. I'll get some down and get a little brush up the fish feed just to make sure you're all ready to go.
Crystal's Tech Tip brought to you by gasoline because screw electric. Very nice.
If you got a good clear stream. Right? You see what I'm saying? Pick up four 1/4 inch, 1/20 bolts to attach the ring straight to the cap.
Okay.
And this is done. We just put a bolt the oil pan on. This
Alright.
is a complete motor ready to send.
Is it ready to send?
And one day, hard crash. We started with, you guys don't understand.
Yeah.
We started with mixed matched parts, like junkyard stuff.
Junkyard crash.
Junkyard. Yeah, we did everything from scratch. Complete block set, we torqued the heads. We had issues with mixed matched pistons. We have to find pistons. We had done a whole other motor to get parts for it. We had a junkyard.
For those of you that watched all we had 6 hours just in this block.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
just
I got 6 hours in the heads. Yeah. Yeah, they worked on the block, and I worked on the heads.
You guys are awesome.
So, what is it going to do?
I don't know. Is it gonna live? I don't know. Is it, I mean, yeah.
It's fun.
Accurate either way.
You think so? Yeah. I think so. I think everybody would rather see it blow up.
No.
There's enough people watching the journey.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. A lot of people are going to be tuning in to see what happens.
Okay, all you guys should be making wagers, monetary wagers, for and against on the two games. So wagers is going to live, go to UTV. Wagers is going to die, go to LunarOutlaw. If it dies, he's going to eat well up. Right? So everybody wins for that. Everybody wins. Wager that lives here, wager that dies there. Everybody wins no matter what happens.
Everybody good?
We're gonna wrap this up, guys.
Wrapping up?
Today we've made it up to Montreal, over to Indy Auto, which of course you all know as Nick's Garage, and we've made it. The engine is actually sitting in the back of the truck right there, and let's take a look at this, guys. Talk about goals right there. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place.
As we all know, all these flags come from around the world. There's our very, very first flag right there.
Crazy adventure. I got to meet some really awesome people. This guy right here has a 318, and what is it in?
71 Dodge Charger.
71 Dodge Charger.
Yeah.
That's cooler than what I got, I just gotta say. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, and it may look like junk, but these are tough motors.
It's got character, man.
It's got character. And on that,
Tough little motors.
tough little motors.
Oh boy.
them, and then I'll go.
Oh, that's perfect. That's exactly like the Axle Hero car.
Yeah, an electric motor that spins the.
So when you flip the switch,
It spins it. Yeah.
oh my God, this is like, that's awesome.
You just put it on.
What's that?
The fan. You just.
Yeah, I drove to